pledge of allegiance, please. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Agenda approval. Does anybody have anything they'd like to add to the agenda? If not, I've got a couple. Seeing none, I'll go ahead with mine. We need to add 7.2 Prairie Fox edition. And we also need to add to consent. Try.
5.7.8.
Yeah.
We're going to set a public hearing for a special onset license for Little League.
Yeah, I got it here, but should I vote separately on those?
No, it's just setting a public hearing.
Okay, so 5.8, 5.58, set May 7th as a public hearing date to consider a special event alcohol license for the Huron Little League. Those are two agendas amendments I have. I need a motion to approve.
Move to approve the agenda with the changes.
Commissioner Smith, motion to approve. Need a second on that motion. Second, Commissioner Rovers. All right. Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Cook.
Aye.
Wright.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Thank you. Public forum. Public comments may be sent to the live meeting broadcast on the city's YouTube channel. The link is listed on city website at www.hursd.community/city government. In order to use the YouTube chat feature, please create an account with YouTube and Gmail or using your existing accounts. Please state your name and address for the record. Public forum is limited to the maximum of 3 minutes per person. I see, do we have any public forum tonight? Anybody on that? We do have Nathan, our HR director, on the computer back there. He will take any questions you may have in, and he'll stop the meeting and relay a question to the commission, and we'll try to answer them the best we can. If we can't do that tonight, we'll get the answer back to you people as we move on. Number 4, canvass of the election. Let's pull in.
All right, thank you. I do have the poll books here that I'm going to open. Our poll books were mirrored with the total election, school and city. So one was for the school, one was for the city. I can't, the numbers in the poll books, I'm going to match our numbers because the schools are included. I'll set those here and let you know that we have 492 total votes, 376 total votes for Drew Reinweiss, 227 for Bridget Carr, 356 for Sarah Bowen Rogers. Total vote was 959 votes with Drew Reinweiss as our new city commissioner.
We need
So
to
we need a motion.
on
the
that.
canvas, yes.
A motion to approve.
Move to approve the canvass of the ballots.
Mr. Smith.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Bragg. Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Cook.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Consent agenda. Matters appearing on the consent agenda are expected to be non-controversial and will be acted upon by the commission at one time without discussion, unless a member of the commission requests an opportunity to address any given items from the removal of consent agenda will be discussed at the beginning of the formal items. The consent agenda for tonight is 5.1, minutes of the April 12th, 2021 meeting. 5.2, raffles. Huron Chamber and Visitor Bureau for South Dakota Barbecue Championships, June 4th and 6th through the 6th at Fairgrounds. Number 2, Huron Little League for July 13th, Memorial Baseball Park. 5.3, Proclamation Arbor Week, April 26th through the 30th. 5.4, accept the resignation of Rick Sabers from the Golf Advisory Board and appoint Todd Evans for the remainder of the term. Appoint Pat Hemmon as an additional hearing examiner for the city. 5.6, personal items. Recommend the hiring of Stephanie Vala for police officer position. Recommend the hiring of Forrest Athley for the police officer's position. Recognize the retirement of Mark McDermott from the traffic department after 31 years with the city. We'd like to wish Mark and his family good luck in his next endeavors. I'm not sure if he's going to work anymore, but we certainly appreciate the effort you put in for our city. Number 4, request to post and advertise for a traffic maintenance position. Number 5, recommend hiring of seasonal employees for the Park and Recreational Department. Number 6, recommend hiring of seasonal employees for Splash Central. And 5.8 is set May 7th as a public hearing date for consider a special event alcohol license for Huron Little League. That's a consent agenda for tonight. I need a motion to approve.
And payment of the bills too.
Oh, God. You know, we got to put those in bright red flowers or something. I don't know. And 5.7, payment of the bills. Thank you, Commissioner Coot. You keep me on my feet all the time. I'm going to miss you. Write that down. Okay, we got that through. Need a motion to approve.
Move to approve consent.
Mr. Smith, need a second?
Second.
Second.
And that includes the on sale too, right? That's in the amendment.
Yeah. Yep. Motion and a second. Any discussion on the, Rich, what do you have, Commissioner Bragg, you have a question on?
Well, I was just saying that you didn't, and you just read it in the
Oh, okay.
amendment, but
Yep.
this was in that amended change.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Specifying that. Thank you.
Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Cook.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Bid quotes. There he is. City engineer, Brett Runge, is here to talk to us.
How are we doing today, Mayor?
We're doing good.
Thank you, Gary. 6.1, consider 2021-14 Wyoming Water Tower demolition agreement with Eisler Demolition, Inc. and authorize the mayor to sign. We received a quote to demo the Wyoming Water Tower. The Wyoming Water Tower is the 300,000 gallon legged water tower located at the intersection of 6th Street and Wyoming. This water tower has been out of service for quite a while now. It's been at the end of its useful life, and we've been planning to demo it the last few years, working to get the Verizon wireless antennas off from it and satisfy our agreements there and different things. So now we're ready to demo it. Eisler Demolition provided us a quote of $46,700 to perform the demolition. The budget for the demolition was $55,000, so we're under that, but we still have to do the foundation removal and some site restoration, so we're gonna need a little bit of that yet, but we should still be under budget on this. The demolition should only take a day. These guys are very impressive when they come in, and they're planning to start early in the morning and lay down their mat and take it down in a day and be done by that night.
My understanding, you come in on the 26th of April?
We're working with schedules on them right now, but they would like to come the week of the 26th. I don't know a date yet. They're still working through schedules, so it could be any time that week we're looking at, possibly the week after is what we're kind of looking at, yes. So, yeah, they're very impressive though. If all goes as planned, they'll have the tower down in a day's time. So they'll have a crane on site and they'll be cutting it and lowering the steel and hauling it off, and it'll be a pretty impressive site there. So we recommend approval of the agreement and request authorization for the mayor to sign.
Okay, motion to approve on this issue.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Bragg moved, second by Commissioner Robish. Any discussion on this?
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
For Mr. Runge. So the steel, is that our steel yet, or do they get that steel?
Nope, that's part of the bid, and that's part of the.
And I didn't read it, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. That isn't specifically stated in there, so you didn't miss anything. So when we budgeted for this last year, they gave us a range of 48,000 to like 55,000. Because depending on steel pricing and schedule and different things, that was the range they gave. So that's why we budgeted like we did. We're actually under what they gave us because steel prices are currently up right now. So that affects their pricing. because they salvage the metal. They get the price for that, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Brett? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Wright.
Aye.
Golds.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. 6.2, Brett.
Consider awarding bid 2021-02 concrete replacement. We reviewed the bids for our concrete replacement project, and Top Grade Concrete LLC of Emory, South Dakota submitted the low bid and meets our specification requirements. We recommend that the bid is awarded to Top Grade Concrete for $221,826.85. We had budgeted $228,690, so we're under the budget at this point. Of that, around $37,000 of the bid amount is actually to finish up our 3rd Street project. There's supposed to be some concrete stairs that go down to the water at the 3rd Street Dam, and then a little sidewalk area there on both the east and west side. So we recommend approval of this, acceptance of this bid.
Motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Commissioner Smith, move to approve. Need a second?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Robish. Discussion.
One more question.
Yes, Commissioner Robish.
Sorry about this, Brett, but, so have we worked with these guys before?
We have not worked with this particular company before. We've talked to Mitchell, the city of Mitchell, and they do a lot of work for the city of Mitchell there. A lot of their, actually most of their concrete replacements, so they came highly recommended. They're more of a, they called it an old school group, everything's hand formed
Oh,
and done, so. But they came recommended.
so is there a time frame on this? I guess I didn't see that either.
This project, to get good bids, we gave them through the whole entire summer, so they have until the end of October.
Okay.
And we have not seen we haven't accepted bids, we haven't seen a schedule of when they anticipate beginning.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other discussion on this topic? Let's see.
No, sir.
Motion, roll call vote.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute. Wright.
Aye.
Golds.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay. Now Barry. You're up.
Okay.
7.1 petitions and communications.
Thank you, Mayor. What you have in your packet is the proposed new plat for the Beetle County Highway storage facility that they're going to be constructing out on, next to their highway shop out there, just on the north side, right at the intersection of Highway 14 and the railroad right there. So this plat essentially combines the two lots and then allows for the setbacks and everything to be utilized for the stationing of that new building of theirs. So we'd recommend approval with this.
Okay. Motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Commissioner Smith, motion to approve. Need a second?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Robish. Discussion. Any discussion on this topic?
I just have a
Yes,
question,
Commissioner Smith,
if I
sure.
may. So, just like you said, all we're doing is taking out the dividing line between the two lots.
That's basically it.
And that's still in city limits, correct? Or is
Yes, I
that in
believe so.
county
Yeah.
limits? Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye?
Clute.
Aye.
Wright.
Aye.
Golds.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay. Ordinance and resolutions, we're gonna go to our city.
One more plat.
We got one more plat.
What we got? Oh, the Beetle County plat, 7.2 Prairie Farms.
Fox Run,
Yeah.
that's Prairie Fox.
Gary, that's you
Yep.
again?
Yep. So, this is the plat that I believe you each got copies of for your packet. And then this plat was approved by the Planning Commission. What this does is this sets lots number 2 and 8 as being formally platted. And then it also depicts the preliminary plat for the entire cul-de-sac going forward. So that if they, in the future, if they sell these lots, they don't have to have them platted right now, because that would cause some taxation issues, and real estate taxes would be higher than normal. But so this sets the preliminary plat up for the future, and it also shows the 2 lots being platted. The reason it wasn't in the original packet for the commissioners to look at was there was a small error that happened with the control point when it was originally platted, and then in the meantime, when they discovered it, they couldn't, their draftsman was in the hospital, so he was unable to actually fix it. And so the planning commission looked at it. We looked at all of the discrepancies, and the engineer laid it out what happened, and so they did conditionally approve it based on our final review as staff, and then we received the actual corrected copy this morning. So we would recommend approval of this.
We need a motion to approve.
Move to approve the plat request.
Commissioner Roberts, motion approved. Need a second?
Second?
Second, Commissioner Smith. Now open for discussion. Yes, Commissioner Roberts.
I've got a question for Mr. Cranston, I guess. If we're gonna go on Illinois, if you follow that down, and I should have drove there today, but I did not, I guess. Why are we curving back to the west instead of going straight south?
That is a easement. That is not a road. That is an easement that exists. There's a major storm sewer in there.
Well, that's what I thought, but
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to.
Right, that's not a road. That's actually, because right there, Illinois has been vacated.
Oh, okay. And what's the land to the south of that? What?
Moriarty's.
Yes, that's the Van Hall addition that was just platted by Banner and a couple years ago, maybe.
Okay, so if there was more platting going on there, where would the accessibility come from? Let's say, going south on Illinois.
Well, Illinois is vacated there, so it would not happen there, but Van Hall's addition would be the next street over to the east, and those lots would butt up against this easement.
Moriarty's lot will exit.
Right.
That over by Walmart, that road, we have to get extended
Right.
if they ever finish that. And then Illinois, that's when they abandoned Illinois.
Mhm.
And then this one allows just the one exit, so all the back property actually exits on the east side of Moriarty's lot.
Mhm.
There is no, everything in the middle just stays in the middle, it's just backyards and butted up to each other. He has all cul-de-sacs in there also.
Okay. I don't have a problem with it, I just want
Right.
in the
Yeah.
future.
And Banner had been when they replatted this, it was like 18 months ago or 2 years ago. They've got it all, they had all of this shown in here, with the exception of the new cul-de-sac, obviously. They went right up to the east side of this storm sewer easement. So that's all been platted as well.
Okay. And then, who is responsible for this cul-de-sac in here?
That would be Eric and Lori Johnson.
Who would be? Under our specs.
Yes, I mean, they'd have, if they go to put the cul-de-sac in, they'll have to work with the engineering department.
Okay. Okay. That's all the questions for now.
Yeah. Any other questions? Yes.
So just to follow up with that, so like, obviously not putting the cul-de-sac even, are we gonna do like the curb work for it?
The curb's
The
cut is
approach?
in there already.
Okay, so that approach is already laid out.
Yep, and water has been stubbed basically right up to that intersection. It's been stubbed in.
Okay.
But after that, then it becomes the developers.
But these lots can pull water from the Prairie Eagle.
Right.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Booth.
Aye.
Gregg.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay,
Thanks,
now
Mark.
we're gonna go to number 8. Dr. Gillespie, our city attorney, is gonna talk to us about 8.1.
Thank you, Mayor. 8.1, first reading of ordinance number 2223-5-131, Northwestern Corporation franchise. Set the second reading for April 26. Just to pick up from where we left off last Monday, the only issue with the renewed franchise was section 1.13, the hold harmless clause. The commission deferred last week's first reading for further consideration of that clause. I have been in talks with the corporate counsel of Northwestern last week, and we did touch base today. Northwestern has withdrawn their proposal that went before the commission last Monday, and we're going back to the hold harmless clause with the strict liability standard, which will be more protective of the city than the proposal that came before the commission last Monday. Because this is a more protective standard for the city, I'd recommend approval.
You have a motion to approve.
I would move approval.
Commissioner Bragg, motion, approved.
Second.
Second, Commissioner approved. Any discussion?
Just have a question.
Commissioner Smith, yes, sure.
So is what we have in front of us then, Tucker, the final ordinance proposal?
It is.
Okay.
Any other discussion?
That was the only question we had last week, so it seems like they addressed it, so it's great.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thanks, Tucker.
Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Booth.
Aye.
Gregg.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Good enough, thank you.